Have you ever looked at a table full of numbers and struggled to make sense of it? In this lecture, we will explore different types of visual elements like bar charts, line graphs, and heat maps and understand their best use cases. We will also understand how to choose the right visual to communicate your data effectively. After completing this lecture, you will be able to understand why visual elements are important in data presentation, learn about different types of charts, graphs, and visualizations. Explore when and how to use each type of visual element effectively. Visual elements simplify complex data and make it easier to understand. They help highlight trends, compare values, and reveal patterns that might not be obvious in raw numbers. For example, instead of scanning rows of sales data, a bar chart can instantly show which products are top sellers. Visuals do not just display data, they tell stories that help decision makers act quickly and confidently. Visual elements are like colors on an artist's palette. Each has its own purpose and impact. The artist selects colors carefully to create a masterpiece, just as you choose visual elements to tell the right story with your data. The right tool, whether it's a color or a chart, makes all the difference in how your message is received. Let's briefly understand the different visual elements. Bar charts are ideal for comparing data across categories. They display values as rectangular bars with height or length of each bar representing the value. For example, a bar chart can compare the monthly revenue of different branches of a retail store. It is clear, simple, and effective for showing relative sizes. Best use case: comparing discrete categories like sales by product, expenses by department, or customer satisfaction scores. Line graphs are perfect for showing how data changes over time. They connect data points with continuous lines, making trends easy to spot. For example, a line graph might show how website traffic fluctuates throughout the year. If there's a spike during a specific month, the business can investigate what caused it. Best use case: tracking trends such as sales growth, website traffic, or temperature changes over time. Pie charts show how parts of a whole are divided. Each slice of the pie represents a percentage of the total. For example, a pie chart might show the market share of different smartphone brands. While they're visually appealing, pie charts are best for datasets with only a few categories. Best use case: illustrating simple proportions for percentages like budget allocation or survey results. Heat maps use color intensity to represent data values, making them great for spotting patterns and anomalies. For example, a heat map can show website activity with darker colors representing high traffic. This helps identify peak times or areas of interest. Best use case: identifying patterns in dense datasets like user behavior, geographic data, or sales performance by region. Scatter plots display data points on two axes, revealing correlation or trends. For example, a scatter plot might show the relationship between advertising spend and sales revenue. Best use case: exploring relationships or dependencies such as customer age versus spending habits or study time versus exam scores. Choosing the right visual is like choosing the right tool for a job. Here is a quick reference to guide you. Bar chart: comparing categories, for example, sales by product or expenses by department. Line graph: showing trends over time, for example, monthly website traffic. Pie chart: illustrating proportions, for example, market share by brand. Heat map: spotting patterns in dense data, for example, website activity. Scatter plot: revealing relationships, for example, advertising spend versus sales revenue. Stick to simplicity. A clear, well designed visual communicates far better than a complicated one. Select a data set. This could be real, from a project or a public data source, or fictional. Create three visualizations: a bar chart, a line graph, and a heat map. For each visual, explain why you chose it, what insights it reveals about the data. In summary, visual elements are essential for presenting data in a clear and impactful way. We explored bar charts, line graphs, pie charts, heat maps, scatter plots, and dashboards along with their best use cases. Choosing the right visual ensures your data tells the story you want to share. Let's discuss which type of chart or graph you think is the most effective for presenting data. Have you ever seen a visualization that made complex information easier to understand? Share your experiences in the comment section. That was all about this lecture.